the differences. I mean, even when we think about temperature, it's Fahrenheit or Celsius, it's kilometers or miles. You know, everything about their trading could be similar but different, right?
Correct. Yeah, well, I think you see just a
to Beijing in early March, and you see that just towards the upper part of your screen there. AirAsia flight departing from Surabaya, Indonesia to Singapore, right there at the bottom of your screen. Now, both disappeared from radars and made no further communication.
Large reliance on automatic pilots and the requirement that pilots use that automatic to try and eliminate any potential risk, to try and eliminate the pilot's ability to make, incorrect inputs into the aircraft.
So it's not just differences in the way that we measure things.
They didn't have any technical problems or hiccups with the equipment that they were using. That turned out not to be the case. They are having some problems, so that has made delays, that has pushed back the search. Now another plane in the same part of the world, Martin, missing.
Differences in the way that we measure things. It's a difference in the way that our pilots are actually trained. Is it not as safe in that part of the world? Because our viewers may be thinking international travel. Is it safe? Is it not safe?
If this sounds eerily familiar, it's because just 10 months ago, as Martin was saying, another flight in the same area of the world, MH370, went missing. So we decided to look at these two after that moment. These two airplanes are slightly different, with MH370 having more room for passengers, 239 passengers versus 162 passengers and crew on AirAsia. Also, both of these flights...
It's a difference in the way that our pilots are actually trained. Is it not as safe in that part of the world? Because our viewers may be thinking international travel. Is it safe? Is it not safe?
Pilot more often than probably here in the U.S. And a lot of that is just because, as some of your previous guests have said, a lot of crashes are due to pilot error. So if
you bring up that map one more time, lost contact relatively soon after departing. MH370 lost contact about 1:19, QZ8501 flights, these two airlines, and see where the similarities and comparisons ended. Let's bring up a map and start. Now, MH370 departed from Kuala Lumpur on its way and losing contact about 6:17 this morning, and that is pretty much where the similarities and comparisons end there. You may be wondering about that flight, MH370. Where is it? Has anyone spotted any of the debris, any wreckage? Well, we know in August that the Australian government reached out to a Dutch company to help with the next phase of the search, this so-called undersea search, and we know that the Malaysian government is also playing a big role in this, both earmarking a lot of money, Martin, $60 million from each government to go forward with this search. Now, they had an optimistic estimation that they would continue, or finish, I should say, their scouring of this priority zone in the Indian Ocean by May of next year, 2015, but that was only if